Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Not Quite Monday Night Gaming. We are going to be carrying on with our Grim Dawn playthrough. If you remember on, well, technically Sunday night, we pushed up to level 5 with Matrix taking a slightly more ranged character than I'm working on. I'm going for a bit of a melee conqueror style, dual wielding, burn everything and explode at them person. Anyway, we're waiting for Matrix to come online and then we're going to jump in game and we're going to carry on pushing through the general plot and see if we can't make at least level 10, if not a bit more. I want to get to the point where we're actually got 2 classes and get ourselves set up for the Saboteur build. See you in just a moment. Okay.
Right then, well, we've got some of the map sort of explored. Of course, it's a new game session, everything's greyed out. I don't know if that means bad guys have respawned.
It does. It really does. So what we can do is we can run through quite quickly to get back to where we were rather than exploring everything. Or we can
Not
kill.
seeing any bad... Oh, there they are.
Not seeing any bad guys. Ah, it's trying to eat my face.
Hey, it wasn't trying to eat my face. I was doing quite alright, thank you very much. Does that mean that, like, the special loot and stuff...
Special loot, like the greatsword I'm using, doesn't respawn, but general bits and bobs, like crates and things, they should be back.
Huh, interesting.
If you want, we can go over in the rowboat just to demonstrate that.
No, it's alright. Don't want to force people to rewatch old footage.
Hi everyone, and welcome back for another episode of Not Quite Monday Night Gaming, where we do exactly the same as we did last time.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Not Quite Monday Night Gaming, where we repeat ourselves over and over.
We have managed to grind our way up to level 6 after doing the same area 5 times. Oh yeah, the mobs are back, and that's about it. So you get general loot as you're running through, but it shouldn't be difficult for us to get up to the next rift gate.
Well, I just hit level 6, so...
Oh, goddamn, look at you. Oh,
Good
wait, Francis's gun. Okay, so special loot is back. I was wrong. I was so wrong.
Oh, that's good to know. Right, so I've now got Vindictive Flame. That's going on. Oh, I should have turned this on. Forgot to have my buffs on
Yeah,
before.
so Francis's gun is back in there if you care about it.
Sure, well, a little bit of loot. Hey, yeah, I see.
Oh, I can't wait
I've
until
now got
I level up.
Vindictive Flame, which is like a retaliatory buff thing.
I'm going to be going for that. Yeah, that's the next thing I get, literally.
Yeah.
Given I'm in the... Sorry, you go on.
I was going to say I've got that, and now I've got explosive shots.
Very cool. I think I'm already doing the explosive stuff, although not shots, of course. Oh no, not quite. But I get it now. Right, so 1 point in that, 1 point in that, and on. Right, so this becomes Vindictive Flame. And now, as I'm in the middle of everyone, you'll actually get to see the Vindictive Flame really going off and affecting things.
Yeah, for me it's mostly the extra damage, the speed, that sort of stuff. Alright, finally into new stuff.
I suppose. Yeah, this is new stuff, isn't it? Yeah. Excitement, adventure, floating eyes. Well, there was a floating eye there.
Look at me, I'm dodging.
Oh. I was just thinking, I've got no way of really moving fast between stuff. I'm so used to having Furious Charge and just hammering the button.
Yeah, well, try not being a demon hunter.
You can't vault anywhere.
Can't vault, can't throw out sentries, have to shoot things myself.
It's a hard life, isn't it? Okay, I think that's explored pretty thoroughly.
Yeah, we'll do some Diablo 3 a bit later.
Yes, I have some things to show you, but on the subject of things to show you, tell me about Duskers.
Oh, Duskers! Oh, that's actually really fun. It's elite guy.
Don't worry, I'll take him.
I saw someone else's like how-to guide after I'd done some of my recordings, and they described it as a game of drones, and I really liked that.
That's awesome.
It's command line drone operator survival horror in space future, where the universe is a graveyard, and yeah, it's really interesting. So you control a squadron, a collective
Right.
of 4 drones salvaging through derelict spaceships, looking for salvage and food and supplies and stuff to survive, keep yourself going, keep your ship in working order, keep the drones repaired so they can keep doing what you need them to, and so you can hopefully find out why no one else is alive.
Yeah, when you were saying survival horror in space, the first thing I thought was Dead Space, but it sounds like it's very different.
Yeah, it's like, it's kind of evocative of nerd in darkened room tapping away obscure commands, kind of Lost in Space like, but without the family. Yeah, it's very, very interesting, and it's not great on the graphics, but it goes to show you that you really don't need a AAA. We've spent all of our budget on 2 billion polygons for Batman's arse cheeks type.
Anatomically correct suits.
Yeah.
In CG.
Yeah, it's just really, really good, and you get into it and you kind of like get used to the little chirps and squeaks that your different drones make, and the different cameras that they've got, and a lot of it is psychological, like in your mind. Like I've had a few situations now where my drones have just wandered into a room and then the video feed cuts out, and it's
God.
like, seal all the doors, what's just happened, why is my drone not responding? And like eventually psych yourself up to send another drone in to investigate and find out what's happened.
Yeah.
And then Mouse is just there, quite happily chirping away, just happened to lose network connection.
So
like,
it's a lot like
bastard.
XCOM in the sense that you do build up like an emotional attachment for your team.
Yeah, there would be a lot less of that if the drones weren't named and have like unique shapes, and they do really have little unique personality chirps. Like if I send Mouse off to scan in a room, he'll go beep, and trundle off and do his little scan. And if I ask him to stop scanning, he goes boop. Whereas if I put like the scan unit on, I don't know, Nathan, who's now dead.
Oh dear.
Sad face. It would be more like a bup.
Okay, I'm about full of stuff. So just to interrupt you very quickly, I also picked up 2 bits of paper for the Journal of Inquisitor Creed, so I'll just go through and read those while we've...
I think I read those last time, but feel free to do the ready stuff. I'll pull up the... Oh, I only got the one.
Because I've only just activated one now, so we hadn't done the reading for this. We've done the reading for the other ones. Okay. I am currently en route to the village of Burwich in order to investigate a number of strange incidents that have been reported in this area. As dusk is drawing near and the swamps in this region are said to be hazardous to travel at night, I've reluctantly taken up lodging at a small squalid tavern in Lower Crossing. Perhaps I'm weary from my hurried travels, but I feel as if there is a strange pressure and electricity to the air. It is almost akin to the still before a thunderous summer gale. But yes, the sun shines and not a cloud is to be seen. Everything seems as it should, but in my gut, I feel that something terrible will soon come to pass. As I was packing to resume my journey to Burwich, my assistance was urgently requested at a logging camp in Old Grove west of Devil's Crossing, where strange animal attacks have left 3 lumbermen listless and pale. They must have been...
across the bridge.
Yeah. Upon arriving, I received a somber greeting from the foreman, who informed me that the bitten workers had gone mad and fled the premises. They were reported to have spoken in an unknown tongue. The foreman showed me the remains of the animals, 2 grey foxes and a hound suffering some sort of horrific mange, lay in a hastily dug pit behind the outhouse. Ew. The foreman told me the animals suddenly died when confronted by the workers, and a strange green vapor emanated from their remains. Shortly afterwards, the 3 lumbermen fell ill, and their mental state rapidly deteriorated. It appears that my presence in this region is most warranted.
Very good, Inquisitor Creed. His accent changed wildly throughout the reading. I guess he was probably getting inebriated.
Yeah, incredibly drunk, and also my throat started to go, so I'm going to head back to town and sell the stuff that I've got very quickly.
Way ahead of you.
Oh, you're already in town.
Millions of pairs of leather pants.
All of the pants. There's a point. I should check the equipment that I've got, see if there's anything that's better. Ooh, this is better. Let's wear that. That's not better. And Francis
I found some like better gloves.
See anything you like?
Oops. Let's buy that back. I do like that buyback doesn't actually cost you anything for your mistakes.
That's really useful.
No, that's energy regen per second. I don't care about that. All of these get sold. Alright, I'm good.
Just looking over stuff very quickly. No, I think this is pretty good. For now. I'm using your portal rather than mine.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, see my AoE on the shots.
Yeah, but also, do you
It's
see
really
my
tiny.
AoE when I get hit by stuff? And it shoots out from me. Oh, look, there's the rift.
Huh, we could have just used that.
Alright, let's head back and across to the west, just quickly get that last little bit. Can't stand an incomplete map.
Yeah, apologies to anyone who's like just hoping that we're going to burst through the story. That's not how we roll.
We must kill absolutely everything and open every single chest and pick up every single bit of loot and turn over every rock.
Yeah, there are a few small times where we won't do that, like when we're revisiting old areas or if we've already been through an area and are just catching up to where we were. But largely it's a new area, check everything.
Yeah. Also, if this game does play out like Titan Quest, where you run through the story and there are the difficulty ups and then you run through the story, we could potentially run through the second set faster because we'll have seen it all before. Okay. This is Faldis. We're all gonna die out here. Calm down. Where are you from? I was staying with a group of survivors down in Devil's Crossing, you know, the old prison. But supplies started running low. I volunteered to go scavenging around Lower Crossing. Figured it was safe enough, but I was wrong. I got chased in here by a pack of ravenous rift scourges. Though I can't hear their maddening skittering anymore, I suppose I have you to thank for that. It doesn't matter though. The area is overrun with the dead. We won't make it 5 feet without getting surrounded. The way back should be clear by now. I'm not going back out there again. The dead will find us and tear us apart. Well, I suppose I could open a rift gate. A what? Isn't that what those things are pouring out of? Well, sort of, but mine will take you home. I'm having a hard time believing that after what I've seen up in Burwich, but you don't seem to have the look of taken about you. I suppose this is my only option. See you back in Devil's Crossing.
What a scaredy cat.
Yeah, well, a survivor, at least, so, you know, he'll be back in town when we head back, and then maybe we'll get something good out of him.
By the time we get back. Did you vet his background before you were just like, oh sure, go join our secret survivors camp?
No, I've just sent someone in to kill everyone, haven't I?
Quite possibly.
Yes, you are going the right way.
Yep.
Okay, do you want to head up to the north or the west, or...?
I would say west and then come back round.
Okie dokie. Oh, Ether Crystal. I've got it. I've got it.
How? I'm shooting it and it's shooting me back.
That thing was singing at me.
Huh. It didn't drop anything to me.
I got one. That time it didn't.
Hey, that time I did.
Alright, that's that bit of map connected up. And... yeah.
The old dump.
Okay, let's head...
well, yeah.
Yeah, let's head back round. Just grab these couple of bits. And...
after all, our quest is to go into the cave in Burial Hill. So we should probably do that. I'm just smashing all the gravestones.
that's alright. It just makes it a lot easier for me to loot things.
Apparently I'm a bastard.
Respect for the dead? What's that? Very nearly level 7, so you're probably level 7 already.
I will be in like 2 or 3 swipes of a zombie's neck.
Swipes of a zombie's neck. That's our new yardstick, is it?
Yep. There we go. No, it was 3 swipes of a zombie's neck.
And that's me. Cool, right. Let's assign these. So, I'm pushing all the way for this, so... that's all points in.
Yeah, I'm just building up my AoE on these shots at the moment.
Right, everything's dead. Let's head on in.
Ah, there's a devotion shrine on our minimap.
Oh, cool. The source of the dead is near.
So, devotion shrines are something that we haven't yet covered. In addition to the skill trees and attribute points, we've got...
bring it up on my screen right now, actually.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, me too. There's a devotion tab, which is, whoa, constellations, and you've got things like a Leo off to the side and a turtle somewhere above. And what's this thing? This is tsunami, yeah. And what's this? An imp.
Imps,
and,
jackals,
so,
fiends, vipers.
Yeah, so you slowly build up your number of constellation points, the devotion points that you can put into these constellations, and you unlock with each point allocated different abilities. So this one has 40% frostburn damage and 40% electrocute damage, and you earn these points through cleansing shrines around the world. It's going to be a long time before we get any of these constellations complete and get any good bonuses from them, but you know, we can make progress all the same.
I already have a... sorry, carry on.
Oh, go ahead.
I already have a rough plan for what I want to try and do, but I don't know, like, if I will actually get one of them completed before this difficulty level is done, because I don't know how fast we progress and how often the shrines appear.
In my single player, I've only just completed the first giant quest area for Devil's Crossing, basically the eastbound stuff before you turn around and start heading west. And I've only just gotten 5 points, which is enough to have completed my first thing that I needed to do.
Okay. Well, that's alright. That's not... it's not slow by any...
You're not going to believe what I just got.
What did you find? A unique item? A legendary item? Something good?
So, yeah, something good. Trade.
That's so perfect for you. Wow. Plus 100 damage per second on what I'm using.
Yeah, plus 96 for me. Requires player level 14. Taunt!
Taunt indeed. That is very, very cool.
Yeah, so that's my first epic item.
Right, well, you know what you should do? You should put something like that on it.
Yeah, I've got
similar,
all sorts of things that I've been building up. But yes, the Searing Ember is what I would really, really like. Hint, hint.
Here you go.
There you go. Because you stole one from me earlier.
Fair enough.
So I can whack this in my current Searing Scrap Metal Crossbow and do even more fire damage, which would be good.
You go ahead and do that.
I'm not going to do it just yet. I'll wait until we've finished clearing out this area. Yeah, so as I was about to say before you started talking about whatever it was you were talking about, can't even remember. I wasn't listening. Different shrines require different things to cleanse them. The one in here is very much a beginner's my first shrine clearing and only requires a couple of crystals. Some require different items. Some require you to face rather tricky combats.
Ah, that's kind of cool. Cool. My experience bar is just up to the end of my health bar.
Oh, you're ahead of me then.
The very red bit, not like at the start of the actual level counter.
Yeah, mine's just before the end of number 6.
In that case,
yeah,
that's definitely confirmed what I was thinking last session, in that the person that's engaging gets a little bit more, because I ran ever so slightly ahead, or the sharing radius is smaller than other games.
Or it might just be the person that gets the kill gets slightly more.
Yeah, maybe.
Anything like that.
Okay, so let's finish looting this area, and I will have a look at this ruined shrine. Okay, shrine's ruined, needs to be restored. Are you sure you want to place this offering? Well, it's an ether crystal, and I've got 6 of them.
Would you come out of that for a second, just so I can share people mine? Because only one person could use the shrine at a time. So yes, this is what I was talking about. This one takes just a single ether crystal. Some take 2, some take several different items, some take 3 items. Some say it's possessed by demonic forces and will you've then got to like fight your way through stuff. There you go, you can use it again now.
Cool.
Like you wanted.
I put on a mining helmet, so my light radius is increased.
Nice.
Well, it's not really a mining helmet, it's a luminous cap of something, but I'm calling it a mining helmet.
I need to head back to town.
Yeah, I'm going to use your personal rift and do the same. But I think we can probably hand this quest in as well.
Come see what's
Yes,
left
we
of
can.
my wares. See anything you like?
Just sell a bunch of stuff, but not that crossbow. Wow, that crossbow.
How much is it worth to sell?
Oh, only 550.
Oh,
I'm
that's
just like,
so bad.
I'm still in awe as to how good it is, even though I can't use it for like 12 years.
Probably by that point you'll actually have something equivalent or better.
Yeah, maybe.
Frost Shroud Ointment. Ah, it's like a weird potion. A dense concoction that's strangely warm to the touch. 450-second duration. So it lasts for frickin' ages. 30% cold resistance and 20% reduction in frostburn duration. So that's basically a frost protection potion. Cool.
Alright, shall I speak to Captain John Bourbon?
Yeah, you do bourbon.
I can't remember what his accent was from before, so I shall just go now. The dead attacks have slowed and their numbers are thinning. I take that as a sign you've dealt with the source. I have killed the Reanimator. A creature was doing this. Disturbing. Thanks to your efforts, we may yet hold out here a little longer. I've sent word to the gate guard. Speak to him and he should let you in. Take some well-deserved time to rest and recover. Welcome to Devil's Crossing. They love us. Thank you. I need some time to plan our strategy. In the meantime, there are others around Devil's Crossing who could use your help. Take a moment to mingle with your fellow survivors. Kasparov, our resident scientist, is really eager to speak with you. He babbled some nonsense, but I believe he wants to talk about your connection with the Ethereals. Barnabas, our handyman, said he needed help with our water pump. When you're done assisting them, speak with me in my office inside the prison. I will speak to them.
Okay, well, I'm standing right next to Kasparov, because I remembered he was right by this rift. So, I've started talking to him. Welcome to my workshop. I saw you fighting the dead out in Lower Crossing, and I dare say you were absolutely brilliant. Evidently, cutting you off that noose was the best decision the captain made that day. Ah, where are my manners? I'm Kasparov, scientist and inventor. What brings you to my humble shop? The captain said you wanted to speak with me?
Rift gates, yes.
Rift gates, yes! The Ethereals used them to get around. I was working on a way to close them, but then you stumbled through ours. We've never seen a human, possessed or otherwise, pass through one before. Not a living one anyway. It was then that I realized that we could put these portals to use. There is something about you that's attuned to the Rift Gate, and I intend to replicate it. Wait, what?
You don't remember anything.
You don't remember anything, do you? I may have taken some liberties while you were out cold. It was just a few tests, a blood sample or two, nothing major. The results were curious. It appears your body is still teeming with residual ether energies. Don't worry, you won't be growing any new limbs, probably. But I'm going out on tangents here. I believe that with a correctly tuned pulse of ether energy, we could replicate this phenomenon in a controlled manner, as in without the need for pesky possession. I've been working on just a device to do it, but it needs power. For that, I require ether crystal fragments. Ether crystals like these?
Suspicious.
Excellent! These will do perfectly. I'll just place them in my device here and... Oh my! That's not right. Not at all. That pulse. It wasn't supposed to go off. Oh dear. 1, 2, 3. Yes, my fingers are still intact. Did it reach you too? How do you feel? I feel stronger. Ah, very good. I'm sure a little more ether in your system won't do you the slightest harm. Okay, maybe it was a lot more, but you look fine. Fitter than ever. A real shame about the prototype though. Showed such promise. Perhaps if I had more fragments. I think we're done here. We've been so preoccupied with this Riftgate business that I completely forgot about my apprentice Darlet. I sent her out to the Berwick Estates to fetch parts for our research, and she's been gone entirely too long. Seems her ineptitude carries beyond just the workstation. You lost your apprentice? I have to say, I do feel a little responsible for her now that she's my apprentice. Could you please go out there and find that hopeless girl? I'll keep an eye out.
So, what you might not know is that that experiment he's just done, aside from giving us 250 XP, also gave us another skill point to spend.
That's gone straight into just running up my demolitionist level.
Yeah, that's gone into more AoE for me. Well, that was dangerous. Let's not do that again. I'm going to go back to the cave and finish picking up things.
That sounds like a good plan. Seeing as we were right there, it made sense to just have a quick chat with him. Right, let's grab this.
Hey, you're picking up all my things, you bastard!
Sorry!
That was all the stuff that I left.
There you go, 1, 2, 3, 4.
You dick.
I don't know what you mean. It did sound like a good idea, though. Oh, yes, I remember, because if you try and pick something up but don't have space, it just drops it, like, for anyone, doesn't it?
Yes, also, apparently, leaving it behind in an area... Like, is this your Savage Club?
I don't know.
I don't remember leaving it here, but I can see it.
I'm taking it. I'm now scared to pick things up in case they're not supposed to be mine.
Right, ooh, So I need to decide now if I'm going to go with two-handed guns
Crossbow.
or one-handed.
Crossbow. That big crossbow. Two-handed, obviously.
Well, yes, but that'll be level 14.
So if you get used to it now...
Well, I'm using crossbows at the moment, so
Right.
I am used to it.
Yeah.
But my original idea was to have like a pistol in one hand and a little spell book in the other.
Oh, okay. Well, that could work. Okay, well, let's head back to town again, because we still need to talk with Barnabas.
Yeah.
And I'll just go sell this Savage Club. Oh, and also we can explore town.
Oh yeah, that's true. And Harmon wants a word.
I hear you've been cleaning up out there in Lower Crossing. If you're going to keep fighting those bastards, you'll need better equipment than that. Here's something you're likely never to see again in this world, stranger. Something for nothing. Take some iron coin off my hands. I don't need it no more. Why are you helping me? You see, They killed my Annabelle back when the village was first overrun. Ain't nothing gonna bring her back, and if it tries, I'll put a bullet through its skull. I got nothing left but revenge, so I pay good iron to those willing to put down those abominations. You slaughtered some dead worth talking about, like soldiers, and I'll give you some more from my stash. Okay, I'll put them down.
Hey! That's a quest to kill 15 rotting soldiers. I'm sure we'll find plenty.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
I'll have a word with Rook. Captain said you're good to go. Don't start any trouble. Thank you.
Well, that gave me a level up.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm so close to level 8 at the moment.
All 3
this
points
room-
got into my demolitionist level again.
In this room, we've got the bounty table, which we can't use yet because the people of Devil's Crossing do not trust us enough. Good enough point to talk about factions. If you hit your J button,
Already
pull up the
done.
factions window, and yeah, you can see the different peoples that we've met so far. So Ethereal, who hate us, they're hostile to us at the moment. It gets worse. We can be despised and then hated and then nemesis. As we kill more of them, their heroes get bigger and more frequent, and eventually we unlock nemesis spawns who will hunt us across the world and one-shot us from screens and screens away, and it's incredibly unfair, but
Fun.
we'll get there eventually.
This is why we're not playing hardcore.
Yeah, this is why we're not playing hardcore. There are some balance issues around certain super bosses. And then Chthonians, who I don't think we've met any of at all, even though I'm at 1 out of 20,000.
I think that's just to stop, make sure you start hostile.
Fair enough. Anyway, they're sort of like Lovecraftian type elder gods bent on eating the whole universe, as far as I understand. Not actually met any of them. We will meet cultists pretty soon. After that, it's all a mystery to me. And then Devil's Crossing, that's these folks. They seem hardy. That's a good way of describing it. Hardy.
Friendly.
Yes. Yeah, friendly enough is probably how I would put it. Up here we've got Carlisle the smuggler, who is basically our stash and smuggle things between our characters person. I won't be using him to transfer items back and forth unless I find something super amazing to send to my single player person. Item stash, yeah, I'm going to use that though. Let's put that crossbow in there.
Just to demonstrate something similar to what you found, I found this just the other day. Once you're done with your...
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Right, trade.
Yes. Oh, blood carver. +1 to anatomy of murder.
Yeah!
Skill sounds really fun.
Required level 14, and it's a one-handed one. So, given I want to dual wield, I might cheat and have this on this character. I don't know.
I'll keep you.
Well, that's completely acceptable.
Mostly I use the item transfer area for these components, because yeah, they're plentiful, and I don't see any difficulty or any harm with moving them around.
Yeah, fair enough. So this is a mother and 2 children. They're really boring. I'm not going to speak to them. Person over here, Sardina, she was the spirit guide in the opening cutscene who was telling the men folk that we were no longer possessed. Greetings, child. I am pleased to see that the taint of possession has left you. Should you require it, I offer spiritual guidance to the survivors. I will gladly extend this service to you. She's a respec. We can spend a small amount of coin and refund skill points and devotion points. Not class base points, the mastery points, but everything else she'll refund, and we can play around with our skills as we see fit.
Cool. Speaking of devotion points, I put my devotion point in Ascendant. So that's
yeah, I haven't even done mine.
That's unlocked the bottom right segment for me.
I think I might have to put it in Imp.
I think you can put it straight in Imp. You'll need to put it in, which is Imp. Imp needs
Fiend is what
Primordial.
I want.
Yeah, you need the Primordial one, which is
Might have to put it in Fiend. Oh. What other options do I have?
Hey, Foldis is here. While you're having a look at that, I'll go talk to Foldis.
Okay.
Well, I'll be damned. You really came through for me. The rift took me back to Devil's Crossing just as you promised. You're welcome. I'd like to thank you. Here, take everything I found out there. It's not much, but maybe you can make some use of it. Well, thanks.
Hey, level up.
500 iron, 50 Devil's Crossing rep, and... I don't know, maybe it was some scrap? Hard to tell. Who else have we got here? Ellis, the quartermaster, is for when we're better reputation. That's specifically for the faction rewards. So we can't even get these. Can't get any of these. Can't get any of these. But we can at least have a look at how much they would potentially cost.
Maybe I'll get Falcon.
Green tentacles. Some of these are interesting rewards.
Okay, I'm moving towards Falcon very slowly.
Craft empowered defender of Devil's Crossing. Well, that looks like a shield. Devil's Girdle. Some of these look really awesome. I mean, I'm never going to have 150,000 iron to spend on just like one item. Oh, requires level 70 as well.
Yeah, these are like more end game type things. We'll get there eventually. It just takes a long time. I found a crudely scrawled note, so I'll read it. Now, I ain't a decent man, and I sure ain't good at writing, but words need to get out about what this place really is.
God, you're
this
a poet.
Prison, it ain't like no joint I ever been in, and I've seen double my share. Men don't stay here long neither, and some of the lads they all in, they ain't criminals. I'd know. The moment I see a man, I can tell by his eyes that he done wrong. These boys, I see fear. I see this warden a couple of times, big man in black armour. If you ain't known better, you'd think he was on the wrong side of the bars. Every day, he and his lackeys take prisoners out to his hut in the yard by the dozen. They ain't never come out. Later, a wagon rolls in by the hut, always leaves full. They don't let us out of our cells no more, but I can tell there ain't much of us left. The halls are quiet. I'm the last man in my row. The others, they was taken in yesterday's batch. I ain't asking for pity.
Greetings, child.
I know my
I am
end's in that
pleased
hut,
to see that the taint
but
of
perhaps this
possess-
note will be my one good deed in my pathetic life. Did you like the reading? I tried to give it some proper emotion in there.
Yeah, I welled up inside. I tried not to show it on my face, but
Sybil Hart. Oh, actually, you speak to Sybil. I'm going to fiddle around with my skills.
all right. Sybil Hart. I'm sorry to bother you, but if you're headed out towards Whitemire, could you keep an eye out for my brother? Who is he? His name is Milton Hart. He was a soldier in the Imperial Army. When we fled Berwick, he volunteered to cover our escape. He always had a penchant for heroics. But it's been weeks, and we've not heard from him. I dread to think that he may have become one of the dead. He always wore an amulet I gave him years ago to keep him safe. Now I fear it may be preserving him in undeath. What kind of amulet did she give him? I wish nothing but for my brother to be allowed to rest in peace. Will you do this for me? We last saw each other at the Sodden Hollow in Whitemire, so I'm afraid he's still out there. I will do what must be done.
We're going to go kill him.
No.
I mean, save his soul.
We're going to go loot that amulet. It sounds valuable.
But I think that amulet can wait for next time. This is a pretty good point to call an end to the episode. We've finished going through town and we're about to start Barnabas's quest. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you're enjoying this. Fingers crossed we're not taking too long to get round to things, but it should still be enjoyable regardless. Join us next time for more Grim Dawn.
See you soon.